off. Today is day 266 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on here at freeCodeCamp. We have a new challenge to tackle. It is something that rhymes with missing letters. Let's see what the task at hand is. Alright, from the top. Missing letters. Find the missing letter in the past letter range and return it. If all letters are present in the range, return undefined. Remember to use read, search, ask. If you get stuck, try to pair program, write your own code. Here's some helpful links. String prototype character code at, which is it's a fun one, and string from character code. Huh. We are doomed. Oh, we're not doomed. Look at that. Because we're doing character code and character code at. See, look at this. We're given a string. We'll even zoom in. Down here. A, B, C, E. And it should return D. So we're trying to find any non-consecutive character codes. That's why we're using that to hunt. Nice. Alright, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Fascinating. No A, that's fine. B, C, D, everything is there, despite starting later on, should return undefined because nothing's missing in the string provided. Same song and dance goes for YZ. True, the whole party before it isn't there, but that's not important. It's just if anything is missing in the string. Should return undefined. How would I tell it to look for anything? I guess as long as I plus 1 equals that, I guess we'll return its value and compare it to itself or something clever like that. We'll get there. Hey, Topher. What's up, man? We are just kicking off day 266. Today marks 100 days left, I think, or 99 days left. I'm not sure. Depends on your perspective. But the point is we're making progress. We've got missing letters. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get through this particular nightmare for tonight, but we've got high hopes as always. Hopefully your evening is going well. Your Saturday night, right? Still Saturday? Yeah, 10 minutes before midnight. Still counts as Saturday. Hopefully you had an enjoyable Saturday, and hopefully your Sunday will be equally as awesome, if not better. So, with the task at hand, we have missing letters and character code at and from character code. I don't know if we've used from character code. We have used character code at. That's the one with the cool specific. Is it Unicode? Is that the reference? Yeah. UTF. Maybe Unicode is... No, yeah. Unit matches the Unicode point. We'll do story time briefly. The character code at method returns an integer between 0 and 65,535, representing the UTF-16 code unit at the given index. The UTF-16 code unit matches the Unicode code point for code points representable in a single UTF-16 code unit. Not the best story ever, but it's what we've got to work with. But might also be the first code of a unit of a surrogate pair for code points not representable in a single UTF-16 code unit, e.g. Unicode points 0 to 10,000. If you want the entire code point value, use code point at. So, character code at is the Diet Express version. Is that what's happening? And code point at is the literal textbook Old Testament type of references, I guess. I'm just going Going with whatever info they're giving me here, and that's kind of the vibe that I'm walking away from it. Index and integer. Yeah, we know what an index is. Fascinating, fascinating. So, code point, let's see their examples. ABC, character code at 0, returns 65. So we want to start with the first one. How do we ask it if anything is missing? Because it's going to give us the whole string. Character code at I. If it's a for loop, you do character code at I, and it goes through each one. And we can set up another variable called code, and we'll make it equal to I as well. And it will start off at whatever the first number is. And as it loops through, the count of I, or we could use count, we could say count equals 65, or count equals I, and then tell it to plus plus at the end of the loop. That way it counts up 1 each time, and at some point there would be a break. If it ever breaks, it should fail. I don't think we need a lot of lines of code to figure this out. We just need to not be an idiot. And if anyone's been watching for the last 266 days, we know that that's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to turn into some monstrous, overly thought abomination of code, and we're going to start second-guessing ourselves, and then there will be tears, the usual, and little kitty will have to save the day, and or Topher. One of those two. And if all else fails, we have Google to fall back on. So, with that said, we've got string. Oh, and we should look at from character code. Did we only look at one? That was character code at. Good enough. Now, from character code, different beast. The static string from character code method returns a string created using the specified sequence of Unicode values. Sequence of numbers, string containing characters corresponding to blah, method returns and not string, string from character code. Oh, well, we could use this to sort of compare the two. We could gauge if character code at equals from character code, blah, 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 and sort of a vice versa thing. I don't really like that plan. I like our first plan, but let's get weird. Let's do this. Time to fall on our face, right? Okay, so if I were a string and I wanted to explore the world of Unicode one at a time, we should do string dot character. Well, one, we should use the right letters when we spell out this crap. Character code at. Oh, and I was wondering if we should split it, but this is a string prototype, not a string method, not an array method. So we can kind of leave it as is. We could give it a different variable name, but in the meantime, we're just gonna stick with this. Baby steps as we test. Actually, string, return string, run test, ABCE. Perfect. ABCE, ABCE. Fine. Continuing on, business as usual. So string character code. Are we supposed to do something? I. This is where the I comes in. No. Bad Steven. We should be doing something better. Use your mind. Length? Yeah. String length. We'll have our for loop. For variable I equals 0, I less than length. Why? Oh, we're totally, this is, it's late, we're tired, and it's late, and we should be doing better. I++ with curliness for you and me, and the whole neighborhood. Everyone's getting curly. Yeah, some of that. Try that on for size. Now, string stuff for blah. Can we push it? No, we don't want to push it. We want an if statement. Do we really want an if statement? What if, hold on, hold the phone. Count? No. Let's, what were we thinking earlier? We were talking about having a secondary variable in the for loop, outside the for loop, inside the for loop. Wait. No. Yes? No. Yes. Both. Not good, Steven. Not good. You're going to scare the natives. Count equals something. We'll call it a string, right? And here, count will equal I. Also a dumb idea. Count will equal something. How do we do it where we loop through and then it counts? You know, we always see the cool one. Oh, maybe it's a while loop. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. And then they always have count plus at the bottom. You know, the cool one like that. And then it's supposed to like jump it. I want this to be 65. You know, I want it to start at I want the string code for A to come in, and it's supposed to be, hey, I'm the letter A, right? And then it's supposed to spit out a 65 somewhere, and then, well, there needs to be an if statement, this in general, you know, just dream with me, all right? Dream with Steven for all of a moment. We're slow, but we can kind of see the end. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel, we just don't know what's there yet. We're too far from it. But something's supposed to happen, and, you know, it'll get there. It hurts. Because right now we're guessing, and we're sad, and we're lost. What's happening? Topher has recommendations. Check if the current index... Oh, that's so much better of an idea than this whole nightmare. God. What, we made it... How far in did we make it? We made it 14 minutes in before we were already overthinking this. It's 14 minutes now. It's already been 10 minutes of overthinking. Dear God. Okay, well, that was short-lived. Okay. Topher, character code is one greater than the last character code, so yeah, that makes sense. In fact, that's a lot easier. So let's just go ahead and check for that. Bad Steven. This is why Topher's here. We would have been up till 4 a.m. planning some terrible contraption on how to deal with that. It's a much easier situation and solution than we were initially anticipating. So, we can keep our if statement. We'll even add curly stuff to it. Uh-oh, we feel a sneeze coming on. That's not good. It's gonna end in tears. Brace yourselves, children. Oh, God. Little kitty, run for the hills. Don't mind me. Here, I'll spare you all. Oh, God, I'm a monster. I'll even mute the mic. Okay, we're alive. We're alive. Nose crisis mostly averted. True, we're operating off like half a lung's worth of oxygen, but that's okay. We're no stranger to that. What are we doing? We were setting up if stuff. Wait, what happened to the stream? Is there an issue? Did I break something? Steve, oh. Good question, Topher. I want to blame it on Little Kitty, but nothing technically is wrong. Did that help anyone's day? I don't think it did. Let's put that back. Let's shimmy this back, shimmy it back. How does that look? Hopefully that looks better. Feed. Yeah, that's highly questionable. Don't mind me, just checking on my phone that everything's going back to being situated. I'm sure it will be just fine now that we've moved that. Apparently I'm still sneezing on the stream. Who knows? Trying to watch the feed. Yeah, everything seems to be kosher. Okay. So, we will set up our +1 thing soon to come. Start an index 1. I don't think it's necessary to check the first character of the sequence. Good to know. That's really weird that that OBS just kind of shifted like that. Super strange. 266 days of not doing anything weird, but again, the last couple days we have encountered a few odd technical issues, so... There was the one day where we couldn't get audio and mic stuff to function. The following day or two, our CPU was running at like 54% or something like that on OBS. It was like ridiculously high. And now we've got jumpy screens and stuff, so all kinds of strange stuff. Deep into the 200 territories. Anyways, focus on task at hand. If string, similar song and dance to what we had before, string dot character code at, we need to do it properly, I think, and I know Topher already sent the correct version of what we should be doing, but if string character code at I equals something, I plus 1? Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's check Topher's code. If string character code at I, multiple equals. You're right. Single equals isn't going to help anybody out. Recommending 3. String character code at I minus 1 plus 1. Interesting. At I, basically identical, copy I minus 1 plus 1. Look at that. Look at that. Good times. Then we should be good. Hell, I don't even think we need to return anything. What do we return? Well, I guess we just return the string? No, they want us to return the missing code. Aha. If blank blank blank, they want... So first let's just run that. Run test. That's fine. But return if blankety blankety blank do that, oh, it's return undefined. Right, if it's perfect, return undefined. How do we tell it to, that's down here. Outside of the for loop, return undefined. There we go. Aha. It's only taken 260 plus days to figure out how to put a return statement outside of a for loop. We got there. We got there. However, what else should we be looking at? We need to do something if blank. How do I tell it to just go to else when it doesn't? Because that's what we want. When it fails, we want it to do something. Is it wrong to leave if empty like that? Should I at least put in a semicolon? That way it is someone to hang out with? No, it's giving us a hazard sign. Not that it doesn't like that. It's just a weird, or not that it won't allow it, but it's weird. So maybe we just leave it empty. Because if it does succeed, it'll do nothing, and then it will return undefined, which is cool. That's what they want when everything's there. If there's a missing bit, we want it to return I. We want it to return this. Oh, this is the character code. This one. It's taking that character code, and we run it through this one, and it'll spit out the letter. See? They want the letter, not the code. It's all making sense now. Kind of. So, I still feel like this is kind of messy, but that's alright for what I'm trying to achieve. It feels like I'm looking at the right data, but I'm looking at it from the wrong direction. You know? Like I should have the opposite of this somehow. If that makes sense. That way I'm not skipping over the if section and having it not do something. Oh, not with an exclamation. Oh, Topher. Yeah, exclamation. See, Topher's always ahead of the curve. Look at that. I should check chat more. Alright, so start the index at 1. I don't think it's necessary to check the first character of the sequence. Better. I think that was probably just a better in general since I was piecing it together. Interesting. Started at 1. Sure. Why not? What about for when it's just 2, though? Won't it be 0 and 1? For Y and Z? Here it'd be fine, 1 and that, but maybe I'm just a crazy person. I'm clueless, so I don't really trust my questions. Initialize I to start at 1 through your loop. Okay, cool. And also, so you only care about non-sequential items. So you can change the if statement to not equals. If it doesn't equal, oh, then I can do the if there. Cool. And then I can get rid of the else. If it doesn't equal blank, return push. Return. Yeah, because it's only going to be one fail point if it happens. Single fail point. So it will be okay if we do return this time. It'd probably still be good practice to not do it or to push that out to a different variable, like variable missing something or other, and then missing dot push that old bit, but screw it. We'll stick with return for now. We'll live dangerously, and we'll just return this guy. Character code blah, copy, and we want to put it inside something. String from character code. Character code. Maybe. See, from character code here was string. That's just from character code. Does it actually need to be called string? $65, $66, $67. Is that the string it's receiving? That's what we're putting in. See, I want to do from maybe it's just a whole thing. We need to put it in something. Oh god, it's punishing Steven. Look at the chat, Topher. Create a okay, Topher was right, guiding me back the other way. Create a variable outside of the loop to store the non-sequential character code. Alright. Should have stuck with our gut feeling. Variable. It's best practice for a reason. What do we call it before? Missing. Missing. And we want it to be return. Should I push it? Yeah, we can do missing dot push. No. Yes. Also no. Well, push works for arrays. So if we were to do that, we would need to do an empty array, like so. And then from there, we would do string dot from character code. Don't worry, Steven, just type it out with the correct spelling. Blithering idiot. From string from character code. And then inside its parentheses would be string character code. Maybe it would just be I. No, it wouldn't just be I. It'd be the whole thing. That gets that, and then we are returning copy missing blank blank blank. Well, that's not fun. Hold on. Undefined. Maybe we do need our else statement. Else. I guess we could push undefined. 2 missing. I can live with that. And then here we just return missing. Missing push seems a little weird, but that's how the last undefined 200 days have been. Does that work? We've got a null, and an E. Steven has broken the internet yet again. I did something wrong. I did something wrong. Oh, okay, hold on. Create a variable outside the loop to store the non-sequential character code. Then you can return string from character code missing at the end of the function. You just need to assign a value to missing. Missing equals blank. Why is missing an array? Because I am... The last 260 days, I'm so used to pushing things. Whenever I do a for loop with an if statement, I always end up pushing something to it. I can, like, count the number of times where I haven't pushed something to it. And it's comforting and comfortable, but it causes issues. So we don't want, oh well, Command Z, it doesn't need to be that. It can just be missing equals a value. It can be copy string blah 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 variable missing equals blankety blankety blank along with copy missing equals undefined, which is a far better solution. Oh, no. Missing is already defined? It doesn't like that? Maybe it's all the extra parentheses that are scaring it. I think I'm making it worse. Missing... We don't want it to be undefined. And return missing... I figured that would have worked, having 2 missings. Is it the variable that's pissing it off? Missing is used out of scope. Else. Undefined. Return undefined. Because it's a one-time event if it fails, or if it's successful. Is that... How could missing be out of scope? Bad, Steven. Oh, wait. Just declare the variable first. Don't assign a value to it until you get into the for loop. Ah, okay, it was how I grazed through that step or setup initially at some point where it was like this. I had it like that briefly about 6 to 7 minutes ago, deep in my confusion, and then I ended up going to the array. It was in this state prior to me making it into an array. So now this doesn't need to be a variable, and this can equal missing as well. Ta-da! And then we just return missing, and it's either this or that. How cool is that? Okay, now we've got an E. Why do I have an E? It's because of how I have this set up. Maybe I want it to just be if it's E, maybe I should get rid of the +1? No, because it's reading the character codes that it has. When it fails, we want it to be I -1. Oh, that's a C. I -1 +1? Yeah. D. There we go. Cool. There's that bit. And now, hold on. Okay, Topher. It will be undefined if it declares without assigning a value. That would be all of that. Right, declared. It will be defined. It will be undefined if declared without assigning a value. Oh, so we can just remove the else statement. It doesn't even need to be there. 'Cause see, if it does this, it will assign it. But if it doesn't do this, ta-da, it's left empty. Right? And then it'll try and return it, but it's gonna say, sorry, undefined. Suck on that, freeCodeCamp. Ha! Logic that. Bunch of bastards. Way cool. Thank you for the tip, Topher. Always appreciated. Look at that. Topher guiding us through our confusion as we flail to the solution. Alright. Well, I feel good about the answer. I probably shouldn't, but I feel great for some reason. So, let's run that. Aha! Bingo! What a perfect success phrase for today. Ta-da! Yeah, look at that. Good times. Let's revel in the glory of our answer. Yet again, another day with a huge hat tip. Thanks to Topher for guidance, patience, understanding, assisting, all that good stuff. We definitely probably would not have made it this far without his assistance on numerous days. So we really do appreciate that. Topher, you're a rock star. But anyways, from the top, function, fear not letter, string, variable missing, so we're prepped, ready and waiting, for variable I equals 1, I less than string length, I++, if string dot character code at I not equal, if doesn't equal, string dot character code at I -1 and +1 again. Just sort of zero things out, drop it down, kick it back up a notch. Then it will make missing equals string dot from character code. Now remember, character code at does this beautiful breakdown. Character code at takes the letter and spits out the number, versus from character code takes the number and spits out the letter, which is what we needed in our solutions. Return D, return I. Good times. So that's what's happening here. Return from character code for character code at -1 plus 1. Returns missing. If it's successful, it goes through this noise. If it's unsuccessful, none of this happens. We just return missing, and it's soulless and sad, like us 266 days ago. But ta-da! Success. Way cool. Good times. Yeah, look at that. Submit and go forth. Day 266 comes to an end. Let's go ahead and check out our profile. Good times. Alright, we can close out of these. Once more, day 266 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 267 of the Year of Streaming and Learning to Code. We'd like to thank anyone and everyone who stopped by to view the stream, especially Topher, who helped us out immensely with today's challenge. Katas are for Code Wars. Challenges here at freeCodeCamp. We are backing out of freeCodeCamp into OBS. Stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.